with Allan Dykstra, the Sugar Land Skeeters, formerly of the Tampa Bay Rays. Allan, back in 2005, the Boston Red Sox drafted you in the 34th round, but you didn't sign and attended Wake Forest instead. What led to that decision to not sign the Red Sox that year?
School was very important to me. I was looking for education. I think college is a time where you can really grow up and find out really who you are, and a time to be away from your family or what you've known your whole life and kind of be an adult. And I really wanted that experience, and I think it really helped me in the long run and grew up.
Awesome. And you had a fantastic career at Wake Forest, and then you were drafted again in the 2008 draft. It's a first-round selection as the 23rd pick by the San Diego Padres. How was that to be a first-round selection, and especially by the Padres?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. With my hometown team, I was just a Padres fan growing up, and it was definitely to that point in my life, the best day. You work your whole life. You go to college, you play high school, and growing up, because you want to be drafted, and to be drafted in the first round from the team that you watched growing up was very exciting.
Awesome. Spent 2008 to 2010 in their minor league system before getting traded to the Mets. The following year, had an amazing minor league career with the Mets. 2013, you were named the Eastern League All-Star for the Binghamton Mets, as well as the most valuable player that year. How was that, being named the MVP of the league?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. I mean, I struggled a little bit early in my career. I just kind of, consistency was a big thing. I really just couldn't find a consistent swing or where I wanted to be. I was changing a few things with my mechanics, and 2013 was kind of a summation of just of what I had worked on, and I built up to that. I got traded over to the Mets and really worked hard with the hitting coach that's still there, actually, Louis Natera. He was in the big leagues and got moved back down, and I really owe a lot to him with just working hard and helping me find my swing and brought it to that level.
The following year, you got moved up to AAA with the Las Vegas 51s. You were named a Pacific Coast League All-Star that year and participated in the Home Run Derby and won it, beating out your former teammate Francisco Pena. So what was that experience like, participating in the Home Run Derby and winning it, and did you expect to win it going into it?
I heard that it was a right-handed hitting ballpark, which I found out this year is, it is shorter to left field, and it's just one of those experiences that you just go there and try to have fun. Either way, winning or losing, it was just a fun experience and an honor to be elected to be an All-Star and in that Home Run Derby. And, to win it is something that's very special that I will always remember.
You signed with the Tampa Bay Rays this offseason and made your Major League debut this year against the Orioles. How were you told that you were getting called up to the Major Leagues?
It was actually before the AAA season started. They brought me into the office before we were leaving our trip and told me that James Loney was going on the deal and I was going up.
Awesome. And you got your first Major League hit in Toronto.
Yep.
Got your first Major League home run in Tampa off Adam Warren of the Yankees. So how did that feel to get your first hit off your back in Toronto? And,
yeah, it was definitely exciting. Kind of leading up to that day. That same day I got hit in the face, actually with the ball in batting practice, so that was kind of an interesting moment. But yeah, getting a hit off a former Cy Young pitcher, R.A. Dickey, was awesome. You don't really see a knuckleballer every day, and it was definitely something that was a great competition and a battle. You can't really practice that. You just have to go up there and battle. And I luckily got my first hit off him, and then things started going a little better. We went home and faced New York, and I actually had faced Adam Warren before in college. He went to UNC, and I knew it was going to be a pretty good matchup for me, and it ended up working out.
You know you hit it well off the bat?
Yeah.
And then, who was one of the tougher pitchers you faced in the majors this year?
Tougher pitchers? I didn't do so well against Tanaka. I thought that he was pretty tough. Just his splitter, he has multiple pitches that he can throw in any count. I thought just the way he mixed his pitches and was able to locate everything that he had, which is, I don't even know how many pitches, like 5 or 6 pitches. It was definitely tough, and he kept you off balance.
You played for Kevin Cash this year in Tampa, his first season as a manager at any level. How did you like playing for Kevin, and what characteristics did you think he brought as a manager?
I thought he was a great manager. He very he easily related to players because he really was kind of played the same style that we grew up playing, and sometimes it can kind of get lost in translation with sometimes someone that's older or newer. And he he kind of blended both. He had the traditional aspects of baseball that requires to be a manager at that level, but he also had the player relations that someone that was younger.
Yeah. You were just released by the Rays 3 weeks ago. You signed on with the Sugar Land Skeeters here in the Atlantic League. After all the success you had, why did you decide to come play independent ball?
I was just sitting at home. It's kind of a tough time of the year for teams to be picking up players, and it's something I love to do. I love to play, and there's always things to work on. At any level, and I would rather be working on it, obviously playing, than sitting at home in a batting cage or something. And it's exposure too. People are watching. People see you play. People know that you want to play, and it's just building back up to where I was. It's not really a downfall. I don't really see it as that. It's just another step to getting back to where I want to be, and kind of building up to having a job next season.
Did you know much about the Atlantic League going into
I did not.
Okay. Then we have a couple questions from YouTube for Allan Dykstra. The first question is from NorthernOntarioTTM. He would like to know, do you sign fan mail?
Yeah, normally when people send me stuff, I'll sign baseball cards and send them back. I don't really, if people ask for stuff, I don't really have extra stuff to give them.
Yeah.
But if you guys send me cards, I'll gladly return them if you guys include an envelope. That's not a problem.
There you go. And then last question from Philliessixers08. He wants to know, what's the weirdest thing you've ever autographed?
I think my very first year pair of jeans was an interesting autograph request. So I wasn't quite sure if the person was going to keep those jeans or wash them or what. So it was definitely the weirdest one.
All right, Allan.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Howard.
Allan Dykstra, man.